Hello guys, welcome to Great Family Reaction. My name is Chris.
My name is Lucy.
If you're new to this channel, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notification bell so you can always do tune when we go live with our premiere. Today we will take a look at a trailer called
Doctor Sleep,
which
is the final trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, holy crap, it's so freezing cold today.
Cold today.
We're freezing like hell. Let's jump right into it.
When I was a kid, there was a place. A dark place. They closed it down and let it rot. But the things that lived there, they come
Like
back.
Shining?
Yeah, it's like
I don't mean to ride the bus this far north. You're running away from something?
You can hear Chris.
I'm running away from myself, I guess.
Hi. You can hear me. You're magic. Like me.
I don't know about magic. I always called it the Shining.
Oh.
The world is a hungry place. A dangerous place.
These people, they hurt people like us.
These elder devils, they'll eat what shines.
Red room.
Notice that little girl.
Get out of my head! Get out!
Oh shit.
Power like that inside. They're coming. Where are we going?
There's a place. You sure you want to do this?
I'm ready.
Yes, you run, dear. And then I will find you. And you will scream for years.
Come play with us forever and ever.
Holy crap. That was scary as hell.
it was really scary, especially on a day like today. It's a really gloomy, dark day in the UK.
It's a sad day today.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm watching that going, we're going
gave
into
me
the dark
chills.
depths of winter, and all the ghoulies are going to come out.
I said from the start when I saw these two girls, I felt like,
Yeah,
oh, it's like
Shining straight
Shining,
away.
right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
then he mentioned Shining. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
happening here? And so it's kind of like a remake,
It's a kind of, I mean, it looks quite different,
but a
it's,
lot different. A lot
Yeah.
different. I mean, it's something to do with the Shining.
But it must
hotel.
be because otherwise they wouldn't do the scenes that were like replicas, basically, because that was just like The Shining. So
Red Room, the twins,
Yeah.
and all that.
Red Room,
So it's
yeah.
maybe it's not kind of like Shining. It is like Shining, but in that place, but also a different story at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's two story in one. Maybe what they didn't.
should we
could
read
fit
out?
in.
Should we see quickly? Be interesting because we haven't read about it before. I'd love to know actually. Struggling with alcoholism, Dan Torrance remains traumatized by the sinister events that occurred at the Overlook Hotel when he was a child. His hope for a peaceful existence soon becomes shattered when he meets Abra, a teen who shares his extrasensory gift of the shine. Together they form an unlikely alliance to battle the True Knot, a cult whose members try to feed off the shine of innocence to become immortal.
Okay, so it was him that was the kid.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
explains it. So it is basically completely The Shining. It's a continuous story. Like now he's
Yeah.
grown up and he wanted to get out of all that situation that he
Yeah.
lived in the past as a child.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's coming back
so
to
it's
him.
a carry on. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a carry-
interesting.
So it's
to read
part
that,
2
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. It's quite a good idea actually.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen Shining since I was a kid.
yeah. Me
But
too.
I was like that that is with that guy. Here's Johnny,
Yeah,
right?
here's Johnny.
But is that the father of the kid?
I can't, do you know what? I can't remember. It's been such a long time.
I don't know if that was the father
Yeah.
or because that man who is
I think
what
I have to watch
his
it. It's
name
been
was
such a long
Nicholson,
time.
right?
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. He was always like this.
Yeah. Here's Johnny.
Yeah, and then
But yeah, it's been such a long time since I've seen The Shining. Obviously, we all know those famous scenes, you know, like the twins in the hallway and all that kind of stuff. Can't quite remember the little details though, because it's been years and years. But yeah, and Jack Nicholson's face, that is, to me, that is everything to do with The Shining.
But when I remember, I only saw it when I was a kid, and when I was a kid, I thought it was boring. I thought it was boring because it was a kid, you know. I wanted excitement. I didn't really see anything that really made you.
You didn't find it scary, no?
No, I didn't find it scary. I find this one scary, but not The Shining. I was like, when you're a kid, and you don't see monsters and all that in it, you're just like, it's just a psychopath, you know?
Yeah, because to me, what was so scary about The Shining, even though it's such a long time since I've seen it, but I just remember that kind of the suspense, because with a lot of horrors or ghost films, stuff like that, it's all about the quiet, the waiting, the not knowing. It's not so much the action. For me, I'm very like, even as a kid, I think I found that really scary. It was that suspense, like what is going to happen next? You know, when you have these kind of horrors where it's just one action after the other of like craziness, blood, violence and whatever, I don't really find that scary. I find that more just like, ugh, yucky, don't want to look at it. But a real good kind of scary ghost story or a kind of horror or whatever is basically all about the suspense. It's the quiet in between. It's the not knowing. It's like when kids, we're scared of the dark, and kids are scared of the dark. It's because, we don't know what's lurking in the shadows. That was really scary for me for The Shining. Do you see what I mean? So maybe you just didn't have that kind of, I don't know.
No.
Well, for me, my imagination would always go
I fear
crazy
the dark.
when I was a
Yes, I
kid.
fear the dark. I always have fear the dark, right? But
Yeah.
The Shining didn't give me the vibe.
I just always had that feeling. I was like, who's going to come out of that door?
I've heard a lot of people say the most scary film ever was The Shining, and I was just like, really? I never
Well, what
understood
kind of
why.
films scare you? Nothing. Basically, nothing scares him.
Because I know every film is like, it's all the makeup. Okay, there was one film that haunted me for years, which it doesn't do anymore. That was The Grudge,
Oh, yeah, I remember you
Yeah, I
saying
had
that, yeah.
nightmares for years. That bitch was hunting me down all the time. Years, everyday nightmares about that stupid thing.
Yeah, who was the actress in The Grudge again?
It's an Asian.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, she's not really been in anything else but that.
Yeah, it was an
also.
Asian film. I've seen The Grudge. Yeah. That's a
And
really, really
I
scary
think it's
film.
Japanese.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have seen that.
But the female lead was the one from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but what's the name of the
Can't remember
the
what her
actress?
name
Yeah,
is.
but I remember The Grudge actually. I have seen that. Yeah.
But that haunted me for years. I was just
A lot
like,
of those Japanese
fucking hell.
horrors, oh my god, they are so scary. I mean, first of all, they have kind of like disturbing ideas. There's that film with all those kids that are put on an island, and it's who survives the longest. They all have to go and kill each other.
Oh,
But that's
yes.
a different kind of idea.
But that's
But
not a
their
horror
film,
film.
it's not a horror, but their films are very shocking and mentally disturbing, I find. And so if you really want to be scared mentally, go and watch these kind of amazing Japanese films. I've just remembered something. I think there's a Japanese film called Acupuncture or something like that. And it was, when I say disgusting, I think I turned it off halfway through because it literally took it to the point where it's beyond your imagination. It was so bad. It was like literally them putting needles in someone's eye. And I remember going, okay, I like ghost stories, I like horror, but not to that limit, I'm more about the suspense and that, not like violence. I hate too much violence in horrors. Anyway, that's me.
But the thing about The Grudge, right, that is many people never found it scary, but I found it scary. That was a film that I found scary where I didn't find other films scary, but where people were like, that's not scary. It's just like, But I somehow found it so much scary that I got crap out of my pants all the time I saw her, It's just like, fuck, no, I don't want this.
What about The Ring and stuff like that? The Ring, does that scare you?
No.
No.
The Ring is like, Yeah, there she is again. 7 days. Yeah, you can't scare me. If I had a phone call like that in reality, I'll go over and slap her in the face. Shut up! I don't want to hear from you, you know? But the Crutch, she's a fucking ghost. You can't kill her.
See, I like
Good
proper
luck
ghost
killing
stories.
her.
You know, like Sixth Sense. Okay, now that's scary, but in a really, it's ghostly. And
Oh,
it's
yes,
that
that
kind of
was good.
unknown, and
That
I
was
love
good.
the twist in that. And I see dead people. You know, that little boy.
That was good jump scares
yeah,
in
yeah.
that one, yes. I
Like,
agree.
yeah, Sixth Sense is brilliant. Films like, I know you didn't like it, but I like Blair Witch.
Oh, it was okay. It
Yeah,
was okay.
when I saw it, I liked it. I mean, now it's not a film I'd want to see a few times, but it was just the concept. It was the idea of the, you know, again, the unknown, being in the woods and just, you know, you can't get out and you're just, it is the unknown. And then it's only at the end that you actually see the witches, isn't it? Well, they faced him against the wall, and then I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen that.
Part 2 or 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, but you
There are a
never
few
really
parts.
see anything major, do you, in Blair Witch?
No.
It's basically just the
Then
reactions.
after that, after I was crying after, ah!
Yeah,
you know?
and lots
Yeah,
of
reactions,
close-ups,
yeah.
lots of close-ups of the, you know, the kids crying and stuff. But it's only at the end that you actually see major activity going on. But yeah, anyway, we love a good kind of ghost story.
I mean-
I love a horror, so.
I have no idea why they named it Dr. Sleep, because if it should be a continuous of The Shining, I don't know why they name I wanted to call it Dr. Sleep.
I'm not sure. We
And
have to
here
read-
on the picture, it's this red room, right?
No, Red Rum.
Red room. Why?
Red Rum.
Why
Red
would-
Rum. I can't remember everything, but all I
Didn't-
remember is...
didn't it always say red room in
No, I think
The
it's...
Shining?
No, I think it was Red Rum. I can't... It's been such a long time
Red
though,
room.
so...
I always said red room.
Oh,
I've
really?
always said red room because the room was red.
Yeah,
And then blood came through the elevator, so I was always thinking red room.
No.
Maybe they couldn't fit another U in there or something like that.
You don't spell
But-
room with 2 U's, it's 2 O's.
Yeah,
you.
I know, but maybe they were like, oh, let's fuck up the letters a little bit so we can make it red room.
Red Rum. it
Yeah.
spells.
I don't know what the hell, because
Rum,
I was like,
Red Rum.
red room in
Yeah, I can barely. There's only a few scenes that I can remember from The Shining, but I do remember that chant as well. It's like Red Rum. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember
can't
red
remember.
room. I remember red room. So okay.
Okay,
But
well,
yeah,
there we go.
I could understand
We
if
need
that
to
was
watch
the
it.
title of the film, right? Not Doctor Sleep, because here on the picture of the film it says Red Room. Yeah. Why would they name it Doctor Sleep? That's what I don't get, because it's a continuous, but maybe it's these kind of witches. that
Well,
are,
that's the
like,
thing. It's
make
going
you
to be
sleep.
continuous, but there's going to be lots of different things. You know, it's going to be. Who knows? I mean, it's probably not supposed to be. It's a separate film in its own as well. I'm sure. You know.
Yeah.
And they
May-
wouldn't want
maybe
to.
it is.
They wouldn't exactly want to call it The Shining 2. I think it's.
No, but maybe like Red Room, right? Red Room, whatever, you know.
But that
But,
gives you the clue that it is basically The Shining or whatever. A
The
continuous
synopsis
thing of-
gives you the clue that
Yeah.
it's him that was the kid in The Shining, that was on the red bike, right? You know?
And he's obviously being haunted by what he went through,
Yeah.
you know, so it's him, you know, later on in life, and he's still haunted by the events. And so in that way it's continuous, and maybe when
But
he goes
this
to
one
sleep, and
seems
maybe that's
scarier.
why he's called Dr. Sleep. Maybe, you know, it all comes back to him when he sleeps, you know, he gets
yeah.
haunted by things, who knows, I don't know.
But
We
this
have to
one
watch it.
seems a lot better than The Shining, in my eyes. You know, according to me, this seems a lot better than The Shining. But maybe because I'm not a big fan of the films back then, it's because the quality and all that, you know, that we have today. Today, when we make films today, everything looks so freaking good. Back then, the quality sucked. Of course, we didn't have what we have today, the gadgets and all that, and the special effects and all that. That's why maybe it just don't seem
don't know,
like
I
very
think-
good for me.
Yeah, but I think a lot of older films, they, again, I'm talking about the atmosphere, I think they have that kind of...
It was all about how good is the script.
Well, the
back
acting
then,
is
you know?
brilliant, the
And
script is good, and
acting,
the
yeah.
stories are brilliant. They're original stories, you know, and the atmosphere that's created is amazing. It's not all, for me, it's not all about the kind of effects and the cinematography and whatever. That's, you know,
For me, it is.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's what I can say. the quality
Sometimes
gotta
less
be
is more.
hell lot of good, you
Yeah,
know?
but less is more for me.
Yeah,
I
but-
think, especially with anything to do with ghosts or like horror stories or whatever, I think the less is more approach makes it a little bit more scary.
But yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I think they
people
were
have
very
their
atmospheric
own
films.
opinions.
Yeah.
I don't like films that are very old, you know, because I don't really find it, you know, scary or haunting or
Okay,
like.
you will
this
change your mind.
thing
One
like
day
that.
I'm going to show him something called Don't Look Now. Let me know, guys.
I
if
have
you've seen
seen
this.
Don't Look Now.
Yeah, Don't Look Now with Julie Christie. Oh my gosh. Now, obviously, very old. That was made, I don't know when that was made. I guess that was made in the 60s. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh. that would be- okay,
I'm
I
not
haven't seen
totally
that.
sure when it was made, but it is very old. Don't Look Now. And that is so scary.
There's a remake of it, so.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look up when Don't Look Now was made, but it's
But
definitely
Alien was from the 80s, I think, and that was pretty good. But they have done effects and all that on that one. That was pretty amazing. I love Aliens. That was amazing. First one, second one, third one, and the more we got into Aliens, it just became a little bit too much. It was fine the first and second and third one. It was fine. The farther we got into Alien, it's just like, come on, come on. I mean, the quality was hell lot better the more we got into it, but yeah. But yeah, we have been rambling like hell.
Ranting like crazy.
So yeah, it's time to end this video. Let me hear what you guys think. Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to know our notification bell, so you can always stay tuned when we go live for the premiere. Until next time, bye.